Jesus! Storm! Judgment. So like by pamango mo kulaga market ko meka live in. Kulaga market ko meka live in na this mango season. The guy when he and beryl do me bad. Oh God! Oh God! Beryl. Judgment. See there? See there? Judgment. Oh God. See there? Judgment. This is the nice, beautiful, effectual house of praise church located in Yala St. Thomas. Effectual house of praise diocese. This is the church. We're undergoing serious thing. Judgment! Oh God! Oh God! The nice clean church. Now it's full of bush and mango.
Let me tell you something. Now it's starting, and I'm not going to go all the way out there, but okay, it's happening now. We are praying for safety for everybody, and stay off the roads, stay inside, because I'm going all the way back inside now. Yeah.
So the Goshen main road is totally blocked right in the vicinity of the sports complex. So the police were out on patrol here during the hurricane conducting our surveillance, and this is what we came upon. So we can report on it in real time, just to ensure that our citizenry they are safe and they are kept updated as to what is happening. So the Goshen main road, it is totally impassable. A very large tree has fallen right across the main road in the vicinity of the Goshen Sports Complex.
Members of the JCF, members of the JDF, along with citizens, are currently clearing the road along the Golden Spring Main Road, vicinity Brooks Level Road entrance. The road was completely blocked. We are trying to create single lane traffic so vehicles can move about freely. We are out here protecting and serving the citizens of Jamaica.
Yes, falling debris.
Lindsay, Senior Superintendent of Police and Head of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Constabulary Communication Network. We have a hurricane standing order that once the hurricane season sets in, we activate it. So this time around, we started putting things in place to ensure that we are where we are now. There are some critical areas that we ensure that those are up and activated. So of course our Police Emergency Control Center, which will be like the hub. This is where everybody going to call in the event of an emergency. So they have done the necessary work and put in the infrastructure to see as best as we can that it will stay up, and also that we can rely on that support for the JCF as also the external partners. In addition, we are putting in a special beryl hurricane command center, which will be manned around the clock, just to ensure that we have sufficient people to treat with demand that is usually associated with hurricanes and other disasters. So we will also have the I Command control center that will be monitored. So the leadership of the JCF as well as all the other key entities. I know that our Marine Division, and they work very closely with the Jamaica Defence Force, Coast Guard, and they have been monitoring the keys and have been trying to get the persons over there to return to land, because that can be a very serious situation. We have to ensure that our assets are protected, so we have secured them. And why this is important is that if they're trapped over there in the storm, the rescue units will not be able to access them until after the storm has passed. So we want to avoid that kind of situation. So persons should just heed the warning and just come to land. We know another area that we always have some concern, which is Port Royal. So I know that the police in Port Royal, the commanding officer for the Kingston Eastern Division, along with the other agencies, have been trying to get the persons from Port Royal to relocate until after the storm. So we monitor that area as well, because that is another section that they may not be able to get any support, immediate support in the height of the storm. So there are some other vulnerable groups, so the elderly, and especially those that need critical health care. We are encouraging them to relocate to a shelter, because very often, especially when they live alone and they become fearful, they can't get the support because our police officers can't move around in the storm. At some point, we have to stay put, and because we can't afford to put the members of the JCF at risk trying to rescue persons. So to ensure that they are okay, we strongly recommend that they move them to a shelter, preferably for those who have some kind of critical health condition. If they can move them to a shelter that is close to one of the public hospitals, that would be useful in terms of access. They can always, the local Ministry of Local Government and the KCMC, they have been sending out advisories about where the different shelters are. I know we have been sharing them on our JCF website and also on our social media pages as well. So persons can always go to Jamaica Constabulary Force, and we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and just to see the information that we are repurposing in support to our partners. So we're encouraging members of the business community to take the necessary precaution in securing their establishments. It's not unusual that we see a lot of looting and criminals trying to break into businesses during the storm or even immediately after. So they will have to ensure that they put the necessary security infrastructure in place. So in the event that they attempt, it's not easy for them to access. They have hardened their target. And if necessary, they may have to put physical security personnel there. But we want them to ensure that they do that, because in the event that they even detect that something is happening, it may be that the police are not able to move to prevent it or to apprehend the individuals involved. So we just want them to ensure that they do what is necessary, bearing in mind that accessibility is a critical factor that may be as a result of the hurricane. With down poles and trees and everything, we may have some blockages that will prevent the police from moving about to even support these individuals. So I think as we go into this mode of preparing for the storm and anticipating it, I think we'll do better if we do the preparation. We have to ensure that security and safety is at the forefront of what we do. So the Jamaica Constabulary Force, we're here, we are ready, we're prepared, and we just want the rest of Jamaica to just stay safe, and maybe to just use the term to say, if the storm comes, we ride out the storm safely, we treat with the other issues afterwards.